I've been wanting to make this video for a really long time now, but I've struggled with wrapping my mind around how I feel about the topic and what I really wanted to say. And that topic is media, entertainment, music, all of that promiscuity, or aka the Miley syndrome. I think it's important that when we're understanding and looking at media today, to take a look at how it was in the past. And something that comes to mind for me is Christina Aguilera and Britney Spears. So they were these young pop stars who were inspiration and role models for little girls. And then as Christina Aguilera and Britney Spears started to grow up, they started pushing the lines for what was considered appropriate back then. They dyed their hair, they were wearing skin-cut clothes, they were singing more about sex. People were freaking out. People thought that they were going crazy. Now, if you look at those videos today though, I didn't think they were all that bad. And so back then I was like, holy crud, what are they doing? And then I know my parents were looking at it and is like, is this something that I should be watching? But now it's not really that bad because society has adapted and we have moved on from looking at that as a negative thing. And then you go a little bit farther down the road, we have Lady Gaga and Katy Perry. Now when they first came out, people thought they were bonkers. Katy Perry was wearing cupcakes as a swimsuit. Lady Gaga had meat dresses, and people were concerned about the way that they dressed, the music that they sang, and how that was going to affect their children, or just in general thought that they were crazy. But now, both Lady Gaga and Katy Perry are two of the most successful women musicians right now. And again, the same thing with Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera. Society adapt, it became appropriate. Now here we are with Miley Cyrus, and she shaved her head, and you had her performances that were totally pushing the lines. And I think that's what concerns me, is that is 5 years from now, is it going to be acceptable? Are we just gonna see this as something being normal? How far is too far? How far are we going to push the lines before someone takes a step back and says like, hey, wait a second. The thing is for me is that We Can't Stop, it's a good song. I really like the song. Wrecking Ball, it is a good song. I like that as well. It's just the music videos for it and the way that Miley is portraying them really, really bothers me. It could be just me though. I really don't like excessive inappropriateness or excessive uses of sexuality. I mean, she was making out with a sledgehammer, for crying out loud. And then extra cussing and all that. She doesn't curse too much in her videos, but just in general, things in movies and songs that have like the F-bomb flying every other word, like I don't really enjoy that. And it's not because I live this prude lifestyle, because I'm not at all anywhere close to being some saint. I just think, why take something that's already good and turn it into something that is completely uncomfortable for people to watch? She's getting exactly what she wants though. She wants attention and she wants people not to see her as Hannah Montana. Well, here's the deal, is like, you spent so much of your life as Hannah Montana. Disney Channel is still showing episodes of Hannah Montana. So it doesn't matter if you don't want to be that. That's who you were for such a long period of time. There's little kids right now who are still watching the Disney Channel and seeing her as Hannah Montana and are looking up to her. Now, if those kids are going and watching We Can't Stop in the Wrecking Ball music video, there's that image and there's the Hannah Montana image. I know that if I had an 8-year-old girl, I would not want her to be watching that crap. You don't have to sexualize yourself. You don't have to use profanity. You don't have to use all of these vulgar things to get yourself noticed. If you're a talented actor, musician, person, or anything that you do, use that talent and use that power to drive you to success. I just hope that I'm not right and that 5 years from now we'll be seeing what Miley's doing as just no big deal. Because where do we go from here? Complete nudity in a video, not covering it up, making out with other inanimate objects. I just think use your talent and use it to profess good in this world and positive things in this world. You don't need to make people feel uncomfortable to get noticed or to get people to talk about you. And if that's the case for nowadays, like if you have to be disgustingly inappropriate to become famous and get noticed, then I just don't see the point of it. So that was my video for today, and just kind of random thoughts. I know a lot of people probably disagree and are like, Miley Cyrus is just breaking out of her shell, but that's just kind of my thoughts on it. And honestly, I'm only 22 years old. I don't have a husband, I don't have kids, I don't have a family, but it still makes me feel uncomfortable, and it makes me worry about other people's kids and other people's families. So keep it in your pants and keep it appropriate. Bye, guys.